I just want to be clear that this is not a diet. It is a framework that is guaranteed to help you lose weight. And not only that, but eventually you will be able to eat whatever you want following this. And I've broken it down into 3 simple steps. I started to figure this out about the turn of the year. And now it's July, so it's been 7 months, and I've lost around 20 pounds of weight. And I wasn't overweight in the beginning, but I'm looking way more like shredded and lean. I think if you are overweight, doing this could like actually change your life. So like I said, I've broken it down into 3 simple steps, and I have it here on my phone. But the steps are just stop, change, and start. So if you want to lose weight like quick, like I would say this one step will get you like 50% of the way there. If you just stop eating fried food, added sugars, processed grains, and alcohol. These like 4 food groups kind of just have a lot of calories and no nutritional value, and they generally like make you hungrier. For instance, with fried food, it's just extremely calorie dense. Like they put it in oil. Like when you fry food, it soaks in the oil and it has breading all over it. So it's added carbs, which are probably made of processed grains. And if you compare like a grilled chicken breast to a fried chicken breast, you get so many more calories in the fried one, but it's no more satiating. And it even like might make you hungrier because of the processed carbs on the fried part of it. And that moves me to added sugars. Added sugars have no satiating value at all. There's no nutrition in them. They're inflammatory. And if you eat sugar, it makes you feel like you're hungrier. If you drink a soda, it makes you want to eat more food. It's basically just wasted calories, and it's so easy to overeat. And then we have processed grains. All of our bread, our pasta, like anything like with white flour is a processed grain. They're calorie dense. And the way they make these is they strip all the fiber and the, the germ out of the wheat, which are the highest nutritional parts of a grain of wheat. And this makes it so that these things don't rot on the shelf, like they last a lot longer. Whole grain things are so much more satiating. So like eating oatmeal versus like white bread, like you will feel more full after that. Plus it has just more nutritional value in general. And then finally, alcohol. I feel like everyone kind of knows alcohol is bad, but it actually disrupts your muscle growth. Like it inhibits muscle protein synthesis. And also it really affects your sleep. And people don't realize this because it makes you feel like kind of sleepy when you drink it, and it's easier to fall asleep. But while you're asleep, your body is processing that alcohol into sugar. So like you have this constant drip of like sugar going into you while you're asleep after drinking, which keeps you from reaching like deep levels of sleep, which is where your body really recovers. If you're focused on gaining muscle, like this is not a good thing for you. I don't know about you, but like whenever I drink heavily, it makes me want to eat a lot. So if you have like a post-drinking like binge or just like eat some shitty fried food, that's another like bunch of calories that you don't even really consider because you're kind of like loose at that point. So if you just stop doing stop eating these 4 things, I would say you're like over halfway there. The problem with this is it's hard to keep going forever like this because all these foods taste really good. Most people want to go have a drink with their friends at least sometimes. The next step of this is where you have to actually just like change your mindset toward food. And I made a whole video on this, so I'll link it above. But I would encourage you to watch this. I'm just gonna go over this very briefly. But there are a couple of things that I noticed in myself that like really changed the way that I look at food. And it's made it so that now I can eat whatever I want because I've realized these things. So the first thing is just a scarcity mindset toward food, where it's like, if I don't finish this food right now, like it's not gonna be here later. When you're eating, it's like hard to like stop and take leftovers, even if you're full. And where this really like got to me was, so I'd eat like really well 90% of the time probably, and then a couple times a week I would just like binge out on sweets. And if you think about it, it's like, why do you need to binge on sweets when you could have sweets every day? I live in America, like there are sweets everywhere. If I want to go get a cookie, like I can drive down the road to the Circle K and there are 100 cookies waiting for me in the case. Like I don't need to eat 10 cookies at one time. So that's all I'm going to say on that for now. Go watch that video if you want more in depth. But What you can do is gaslight yourself as well into just actually not liking these foods. And the way that I do this is I have basically a mantra. It came from a Bruce Lee quote, but I've kind of simplified it. And it's just like, I do not eat anything that does not benefit me as a blank. You can replace that blank with whatever you want. Mine currently is this sounds weird, but I have this like vision of who I want to be in the future, and I just call it an avatar. But it's like right now I am building that person. When I look at a plate of food, it's like, does this benefit that person in 5 years? When you really like get into this and convince you have to convince yourself of all of this. It's not just like an overnight thing. This is by far the hardest part of all of this, but it is the most beneficial because once you get it, you'll be able to eat whatever you want. And then the last step is to start tracking your calories. And this is for people that like really want to lock in and actually get your crazy physique. I would also encourage you, even if you don't want to go like sub 10% body fat or whatever, just tracking your calories for like a week is really eye-opening at how many calories like certain foods have. Like you just have a bowl of pasta and it just doesn't seem like that much food. And if you weigh it, it's like, holy shit, this is like 700 to 1,000 calories without even trying, you know what I mean? By tracking your calories, it kind of just like opens your mind to how much certain food, like how many calories are in certain foods. And then as you change your mindset, you're able to make better decisions because you know how many calories roughly this thing you're about to eat has. I have this app called Chronometer. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but they're a great app. Where you just scan the label of whatever you want and all the nutritional information comes up, and then you just weigh it on a scale and type in the weight. Bam, you know exactly how many calories are in whatever. I'm gonna be honest, like this can be pretty tedious, but like if you want like an absolute like peak peeled physique, like you probably need to at least do this for some time. Another really easy tip with this is just try and get like 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. By doing this, you're making sure you get like a significant amount of calories from protein. And so you're eating like less carb and fat, which aren't bad for you at all. Like I would not recommend cutting out carbs or fats. It's just like when you eat a lot of carbs, you store more water. So if you're eating more protein and less carbs, you're going to hold less water and weigh less. It's just kind of a hack to like keep you looking more peeled, even. But anyway, my camera died. I'm yapping at this point anyway. So let me know what you think. And if you want the best gym shorts in the world, I make those. Go check them out, Couor.com. I'm wearing them right now. Yeah, peace, guys. See you next time.